This multi-soap cutter almost didn't make it, and I was so scared. If you could see the fear in my eyes as I am trying hard to get this soap bar out, y'all pray for me. So this soap making experience started out like any other soap making experience. It was pretty normal. I had my kaolin clay and my oils. I was making my peppermint soap. So I had two separate containers, one of my main oils, my olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, palm oil, and shea butter. And then I also had 100% coconut oil here, which I was going to add goat milk powder, but then I decided to add coconut milk powder instead. But overall, everything was going well. I was prepping my color because I was using red Brazilian clay, which you'll see later was just coming out pink. It was just doing the most, acting like rose clay when it's not rose clay. So I'm just prepping that, putting in my teaspoon of red Brazilian clay, and then adding in a tablespoon of the oils. And I like to pre-mix my colors so I can get out any clumps. I hate when there's like speckles of color in the soap. So I just pre-mix it to make sure that it's kind of evenly distributed. And then I'll get ready to prep my oils and start blending them away. I didn't want to use titanium dioxide and I wanted the natural white soap. So that was the reason why I said, let me do a separate batch of 100% coconut oil. And I went ahead and put in my coconut milk powder in there. And I'm just mixing it. And listen, like, I know coconut milk is about that life. Like, I know that the coconut soap is going to get hard. However, I underestimated coconut. So here I am just getting ready to do my layers. I figured I'd do some forking in there so it can give some definition to my layers. So I'm just adding that in there, and then I'm going to pour this coconut milk, well, 100% coconut oil and coconut milk powder in there. And I'm telling you, that's where I messed up at, y'all. Here, I'm just adding more of the matter of the red Brazilian clay because it was not red in y'all. Like I know it looks red, but it wasn't. It was pink, which is why the soap bar is called pink peppermint now because it just wasn't cooperating with me. But that's okay. I had a lot of extra batter, which I did on purpose because I wanted to make miniature versions of the peppermint oil soap. So I'm just adding in the red Brazilian clay to this thick, thick soap batter so I can add this into my 1 pound mold. So the entire batch was 3 pounds of the regular oils and then 1 pound, or no, sorry, 2 pounds of the 100% coconut oil so that I could create both of these. And they came out really, really pretty. So the problem was this is the miniature one, and this one cut just fine. And I think it was more so because, as you can see, the coconut or the 100% coconut soap part is just only on the top because I ran out of it. So most of that was just the regular oil. So it cut very nicely. However, this one, on the other hand, I knew it was going to be a problem, y'all. I knew it when I took it out because listen, I was supposed to cut this soap bar within the next 12 to 15 hours. But what did I do? I waited a day and a half, y'all. Like, this is my fault. I waited a day and a half, and I knew it was going to be a problem because of all that coconut oil. Like, the whole white part is 100% coconut oil, and it gets hard very quickly, which is why I wanted to get it out sooner. But life just, it'd be life and I just forgot, to be honest. And I said, oh no, like my cutter is going to suffer because I forgot. And I was so heartbroken at like the thought of this thing breaking, y'all. Like the fear that I had was immeasurable. I really thought that I was going to lose this cutter, but by the grace of God, look at him, won't he do it? He came through. Now there was a lot of like crumbs on the soap just because I was trying hard to cut it. So I just said, well, let me just try to clean this up as much as possible. So I'm just beveling it. Then I'm going to get all sanitary on it and, wipe it off because I wanted to make it as clear as possible. And then I decided I'm going to have to take this old school the way it was when I first started, and I'm just going to have to cut it. Luckily, the cutter gave me some good cut marks to make it as even as possible. But I said, I'm just going to have to use my manual cutter to cut this. And it was still hard, like the coconut oil really, really was hard. So some of the soap bar still wasn't cutting evenly just because of how hard the coconut oil portion, like the white portion of the soap bar was. But I made it work. I cut all those soap bars. I didn't get to stamp them because they were way too hard, but I was able to cut them. And we're just going to use them for personal use. Like I do have some pink peppermint soap bars because I did another batch after this. And I said, I am not going to make that same mistake again. So this one came out just too hard because my fault. I waited too long. And coconut, 100% coconut oil, you can't play with that. Like you got to be quick with it. And I knew that. But like I said, life be lifing. So I forgot about it. But it worked out. This is still soap, which, that was the goal. And it's just soap that now we use in my home. And I think they're kind of cute. They look more red than the other soap bars. So, note to self, make sure if you are using 100% coconut oil that you are monitoring that soap bar and you are ready to cut within 12 hours because it's no joke. But thank you guys for watching. Black Hands are out. Bye bye, guys.